It's your girl Jay, back at it again with the general tarot reading for this Mercury retrograde in Libra. Jesus, take the wheel. Happened on the 27th, 26th, 27th, depending on where you're at, when Mercury hit 25 degrees Libra. When I was leaning, this is going to be a long retrograde. It's going to be retrograde in Libra until October 18th. It goes direct at 10 degrees Libra. And it's not going to get out of post-shadow phase until November 2nd. Then only to go into Scorpio on November 5th. So, sheer for a long time, not a good time. But when I was leaning into this energy, I just heard Ariana Grande's breathe in and breathe in and breathe in and breathe in. Yes, keep breathing. But there is fresh air happening here. It's like the air up here is different. The air up there. There's something about the air up there. So light it if you got it. I'm going to dive right into hitting y'all with the handy dandy Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. I want to look at 25 degrees Libra and see what that has to say, because there is something very calming, reassuring. It feels very confident. I feel like we're going to be coming into a different kind of confidence with this. Now I'm going into this blind with you all. You know, I don't read this stuff up front with you. But just whoa, it's here for a while. Excuse me. All right, so Elias Lonsdale's description of 25 degrees Libra is: in the midst of a forest, a great circular open area. Hydrate. In Celtic lands, steeped in a power beyond the world, there were openings always into other times and places, from within this time and place. Discovering once again these passages and sending an expanded part of yourself to explore and inhabit all of the times and places officially denied. Whoo! I'm going to say that again. Sending an expanded part of yourself to explore and inhabit all of the times and places officially denied. And being therefore given to a hearkening to the unknown, and to the sensibility of simultaneously feeling linked up with just about everybody everywhere in a mystical, magical realization that pulls you along and calls one to become free and true. You walk onward into the limitless ways as though you had never lost them, and had no time and no time had elapsed between great inward breaths. Last word, breaths, and I just said breathe, breath, air. I'm telling you, there is something about, and it's not just okay, let it be as simple as maybe starting breath work, maybe starting some sort of breath work regimen, diving into getting more knowledge about breath work. Breath is life. Controlling your breath, using your breath to help you have different emotional experiences. So Mercury retrograde in Libra is going to very much so impact the way that we think, the way that we speak, the way that we're spoken to, the types of technology we connect with, issues with our actual technology, needing to maybe upgrade or find new things, or like really finding figuring out that it's time to level up or it's time to upgrade yourself in some way. Processing conversations differently. There is going to be a lot of reflecting on how you process information, how you allow yourself to color your words with fairness, with justice, with diplomacy. What does justice look like for you? Are there things that you're needing justice from? Three of Wands, and it's funny because I just saw it before when that was a little scuffle. So first card out being Three of Wands. What do you need to turn your back on? Your willpower is really being impacted, activated, initiated. Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, another yellow card. So that solar plexus energy coming in. It's time to move forward. It's time to self-motivate. It's time to get out of survival mode. It's time to get more practical about your passions. It's time to merge. There may be a merging with a fire and earth. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius may be coming together. In order to turn your back on something, there is some sort of allowing yourself to turn away from the old, allowing yourself to create. Either way, light it if you got it, hydrate, because we're asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for this Mercury retrograde and Libra transit during September and October 2021. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements that is turning their back or moving forward. The King of Pentacles, we just saw the Knight on the bottom of the deck. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, there's turning your back because there's definitely some sort of leveling up, some sort of security, some sort of grounding. Don't get it twisted. This is Libra. This is Venus. Business, opportunity, comfort, stability, the aesthetic, the way things look, the way things feel. Allowing yourself to luxuriate. It's like if you focus, you may fuck around and get some sort of come up in your fortune. Something of value being given to you. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements that you're turning towards now or is turning towards you. Five of Cups. I feel like the person with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements, if you yourself have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements, there's still a lot of regret. There's a lot of remorse. There's a lot of sadness, issues with coping mechanisms, issues. There may be a toxic sort of tie between earth and water, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you may be really ready to turn your back on that. Finding a new kind of flow. There could be a lot of emotional conflict that is going to require you to be really fair, just. The Star and the King of Wands reverse just fell out over the King of Pentacles. So I feel like someone is being stifled in some way. This Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, or your connection to your finances, your connection to this job that you're doing, or maybe ready for a career rather than just a job. There's some of you are feeling stifled. Some of you, there's like you're dreaming big, but you're not going for it. It's like you're not trusting in your originality, trusting in your idea. Some of you are really feeling hopeless. I think some of you are also like have been feeling hopeless, and now you're getting like this real, like a handle on your responsibility, a handle on your energy. Please clarify the Five of Cups. And there may be some sort of outdated sadness that really just needs, not outdated, yeah. There may be some sort of outdated sadness or outdated coping mechanism, outdated regrets, emotional conflicts that it's just time, there's shit that it's time to get over. This trauma bond, these financial issues, this commitment issue, something feels like dead weight. Some of you feel like you're not being honored the way that you're supposed to be honored. Somebody needs to get a fucking better job, or provide some sort of commitment, or like contribute, it feels like. Yeah, it's like you need to be honest about what feels like it's not worth the conflict. Something feels like it's not worth this conflict anymore. Feeling left out. This other person always feeling left out, or blaming you for feeling left out. Someone gaslighting, someone making you feel guilty, perpetuating guilt. All of that shit is coming to light. I also got this really big download earlier where it was just like, this is a really, really karmic transit. Because the scales are going to be recalibrating, and I feel like our actions and our thoughts and our intentions are being weighed and measured, because it's an ending of a cycle, and there's an opportunity to really level up, especially those of you with Capricorn or Capricorn, Taurus, or Aquarius placements. I wasn't originally going to say Taurus, but that came out. There is some sort of leveling up, and the requirement is to be done. Look at even how it's like observing this from a protected point of view, observing this person from another side. I feel like there is just this disconnect. This, like, some of you are really trying to ascend, trying to go to another level, trying to do better for yourself or do different for yourself. And you're really protected or busy, or just there, you're seen a certain way, and your purpose is trying to put you in a position where you're like floating on, but there's still this like longing, this looking back at this emotional conflict, or this water sign, or this drinking habit, or issue with cheating, lying, burning bridges. Some of you are with somebody that burned a very important bridge to you. It wasn't an important bridge to them, but it was an important bridge to you. And it's important that you need to figure out when too much is too much. Some of you, it's like, just because there was this real love there and there was this mutuality was there, doesn't mean that the milk hasn't fucking spilled. And so it's time, like, ultimately what's happening is that there is an end of an era that's coming upon us. And we're really being asked to, during this Mercury and Libra, Mercury retrograde and Libra transit, we're really being asked to see our habits, see our cycles, so that we can start to get in sync. It's like, if you allow yourself to really look at this conflict, then you can really start to get in sync. The puzzle pieces start to click in together. Yes, your speech is going to be impacted. Y'all already know, my OGs already know when Mercury does anything, I stutter and stumble over words. And that's the thing. Mercury likes the speed of Libra. And so there's going to be this thoughts going faster than maybe your body or your mouth can get things out. Are there any blockages? That just came through. What are the blockages during this transit tone is really important. Please show us the blockages. How you deliver a message, how you deliver your thoughts is really, really important. Understanding that other people, everybody else is just going to be really, really sensitive. Blockages, devil on the bottom of the deck. There's definitely somebody with Capricorn or Aquarius placements really like impacting stuff. Or power, karma, authority, time is really shifting for you. For some of you, time is really speeding up or really slowing down. You may be feeling really restricted. Some of you are really being forced to reflect on your relationships with these people, your relationships with Capricorn, Aquarians, people with Capricorn, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, people of power, people who have some sort of hold over you. Any kind of shadow or fear is coming up to be closed out. because if there's any blockage, it may be your relationship to your power. Your sexual energy may be a blockage. Lust, addiction, drugs, sex, rock and roll, partying, the fast life, but also being like surrendering, giving over your power, not being in control. That could be a blockage. The need to honor. Some of you, that just came through. Some of you would greatly benefit from some sort of BDSM partnership or connection or relationship, and you're denying yourself that. Some of you are being denied your sexual desires, or it's like it can turn to, if you're not honest about your shit, karma can really fuck with you. And this could also be STDs and things of that nature. So it's just like, slow your roll and be really honest about your sexual preferences. I just heard sexual deviance, and that may be something that you're needing to, like, some sort of terminology or some sort of fear that needs to be uprooted out of you. If sexual deviance is like, unless you're like fucking around with kids, I don't subscribe to the word sexual deviance unless there's some sort of harm that you are inflicting on people. And like you being into rough sex or being collared or whatever, it's like that doesn't make you a sexual deviant. You being gay doesn't make you a sexual deviant. It's just, so some of you, there could be some shame also coming up in regards to your sexuality, and you acknowledging that shame is going to put you in a position where you're experiencing a turning point. The blockage is some of y'all don't know how to surrender. There is an end of a chapter, a new beginning in the realm of your luck, in the realm of speed, in the realm of your connection to the matrix, your connection to seeing the signs and the wonders. All of that is evolving, and you may not want to open that door. You may not want to see on that level. But oh well. The blockage for some of you may be some sort of issue with a Sagittarius or a Pisces. The blockage could possibly be some sort of conversation or aha moment or truth that has come in, that some conversation or some interaction or some aha kind of experience that happens that puts you in a position where you have to cut some cords. Cutting some cords, the blockages for some of us could be that there are cords that need to be cut. Maybe information or issues or things. Someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements may come in and really inspire you to get in motion. The blockage, I also feel like for some of you, is your pace. Okay, and this is different for some of you, because some of you, it's like slow and steady wins the race. Consistency is key. But for some of you, it's like you're moving too fucking slow. Get it to fucking together. It's time to get your shit together. It's about to be 2022, baby. And 2022 is not going to be some shit to fuck with. That is a year of mastery, is what keeps coming through for me. There is something about mastery, and the people who have been putting in work, and then there's people who have been fucking perpetrating and talking shit and trying to make it seem like they're doing something that they're not. Trying to sell things that they're not qualified to sell. Trying to do, it's a lot. But 2022 is going to show, it's going to draw a line in the sand between the amateurs and the professionals, and those who have really put in the work and who have like the experience and it's like Saturn is about to really level some people the fuck up. And some of y'all who've been playing, I love you, but this is the swift kick in the ass that you need. And it starts with this transit. It starts with Mercury retrograding in Libra. Everything is going to be colored by fairness, diplomacy, justice, karma, cause and effect. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And that's just fucking science. Final advice. I'm going to do one final card, final advice for this Mercury retrograde. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. Everything's rolling out soon. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything for daily tarot readings. justj_everything on Instagram. And my website, justjeverything.com. So for this Mercury retrograde in Libra transit, one final card, final advice. Of course, there's so much. 2 of Cups and the Fool, followed by the Sun, the Hermit, and the 3 of Cups. I can't. 3 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. There is a new foundation being established, new friendships, new connections. Qualified people are coming in your life. Qualified lovers. Qualified, like people who are like-minded to you are coming in. And it's putting you in a position to really look at how much you're loving yourself, because you're inadvertently teaching everyone around you how to love you by how you're loving you. So what's coming in Mercury retrograde is going to have us reflecting on, hey, I have my own life, right? I'm not being codependent, right? Because there are new relationships. Absolutely. What I say, it's coven season. There are new relationships that are being established. There could be new relationships with people with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Aquarius, Leo, Virgo placements. Specifically, those people with those placements are very much so being activated, highlighted, like love, romance, adventure, newness is being heavily impacted with people with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Aquarius, Leo, Virgo placements. I really just want to say Cancer. But this is a time where the final advice is to make sure that you have a life, that you fill your cup so that you can start to draw in people that are more, that also have a life and fill their own cup and that are more like-minded, so you can just be more spontaneous and free, and you don't have to be so calculated with people anymore. It's like once you're like with people that value the same shit that you value and you're connecting with those new relationships, like, and also and romantically, it's like allow yourself to be spontaneous, to go on a trip, to take the leap of faith. Take the leap of faith. Now that you've dealt with all this heaviness and darkness, let yourself deal with the heaviness and darkness. And for some of you, that's I love myself enough to be alone. For some of you, it's like I love this relationship, but I love myself enough to know that I want to be alone so I can be the best in this relationship. And for some of you, you're being very much so divinely supported to like go it your way or take a risk or to be really vulnerable, to like pursue childlike joy. There may be somebody with Leo, Leo, Aries, or Leo or Aries placements that is really sparking joy in your life, or really motivating you to be more physical, to be maybe more sexual, to enjoy connection. There's just new cycles happening in the realm of what you see, how you allow yourself to be visible. Some of you are really putting yourself out there in a different level. You're able to be vulnerable and show your heart now because you've done the work of being on your own and recalibrating your connection to your internal GPS system, your internal navigation system. It has like, it's like system check complete. And it puts you in a position of being able to fellowship and flow and have fun and fucking have fun and do whatever you want to do. And really maybe usher in like fellowship with new people, like making new friends, being in different kinds of relationships. It puts you in a position to really set a new foundation. And that new foundation is being created with qualified, like-minded people, all because you've done the hard work of doing it your way. You've done doing the research, really refining yourself, refining your friend group. And for those of you, I feel like for most of you who I'm talking to, you've already done this. And if you haven't, understand that this is the path that's unfolding before you. This is the most important step. Be okay being on your own for a while so that you don't lose sight of who you are once all these options and all these people come around. You know? But either way, the new foundation, the new people, it's gonna, God damn it, it's going to put you in a position of, you eventually get to be reflective. You get to choose these new people because you're like, damn, I really, really see how stressed I was. I really see how I was really playing myself and settling and just accepting, letting myself be dominated, letting myself maybe be disrespected or degraded or not accepting what it is I want, except clinging to how things were, clinging to the system and the status quo, letting myself experience disharmony, dis-ease. It's going to put you in a position, these new foundations, these new connections that are coming in, people are actually going to start seeking you out for your knowledge after you've done the work. Because you got to fucking crawl before you walk. And you can't fucking crawl anywhere if you're not being willing to see. And so be willing to see so that you can put yourself in recovery. I love you. I just made that up, yes.